This video is a sequel to some of the previous videos in my channel, sort of. They share the same core ideas and topics you'll find in this one, just slightly older. You can check them out in the links below. Now back to the video.
Imagination. Obama do solid.
Happy 2000!
If there is one thing that every single person does for the new year, it's undoubtedly the New Year resolution. An undisputed classic in the world of self-improvement, it can be spotted in Facebook posts from 2009, the conversations between self-employed day traders or 50-something bachelorettes who swear that their favorite TV show is Sex and the City. As much as it seems like a trendy outpour of social groups suffering from existential crises, the culture dates back to around 4,000 years ago. In a history article from December 2015, it states that every year, the Babylonians would hold a huge 12-day religious festival known as Akitu, wherein the citizens crowned a new king or reaffirmed their loyalty to the reigning king. Our New Year's resolutions are largely considered to have come from this kind of practice. Examples are promises to pay all our credit, like how the Babylonians would promise to return debt, or our goal to eat healthy produce, with the Babylonians wishing for bountiful crop harvests in exchange for promising to the gods. However, a New Year's resolution I and many others made as a goal was to succeed in our crafts. It could be added that it was not merely in achievements or monetary gain, but instead becoming better in our skills and improving in aspects that concern our specialties in our crafts. That could be forming a new interest in basketball, learning the dribbling basics and shooting mechanics, or maybe in singing, by enrolling in singing classes and voice workshops to form a better understanding of notes and rhythm, and the popular choice, learning to cook your own meals to avoid fast food. But the one thing that most would not expect from a New Year's resolution, aside from cooking, was an obsession with a goal. That is, ambition. Enter whiplash. Meet Andrew Neiman, our resident underdog protagonist with a solid knack for jazz drumming. And who wouldn't be? Drumming is one of the most expressive instruments and one of the more diverse. It can be controlled and precise, or wild and exciting. As he enters this new world of jazz, he meets Terence Fletcher, a wise and mysterious conductor of the Schaefer Conservatory Studio Band. Everything is going well as Andrew is getting the hang of his drumming. Until this happens.
Start counting.
By definition, a goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. It could be in one of 5 types of goals: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial goals. Humans are evolved to set goals and have a purpose. In field studies, it is often observed that having a sense of purpose contributes to better health. Imagine thinking your way to a better body. The great entrepreneur and motivational speaker Jim Rohn said that whatever good things we build end up building us. By having a goal to work on, you will build a dignity to stand on. You won't be incompetent in your work. You also won't be a schmuck to other people. When we don't, things happen. We have an outcome in mind. It's good to be excited. It's great to experiment. But keep in mind that there will be physical, mental, and emotional hardships in fulfilling a goal, especially a major one. Fletcher targets Andrew from the moment he joins the prestigious Schaefer Conservatory's jazz band. At first, Fletcher seems impressed by Andrew's technical skill, but quickly reveals his toxic approach to mentoring. He subjects Andrew to relentless humiliation, belittling him in front of the entire band. He insults Andrew's playing, criticizes his drumming style, and pits him against other musicians, constantly undercutting his confidence. One of the most brutal forms of abuse is Fletcher's volatile temper. He throws objects at Andrew to test his reaction and commitment. He constantly pushes Andrew to the edge, demanding perfection at all costs. When Andrew falters, such as during a performance where he makes a mistake, Fletcher unleashes verbal tirades, calling him worthless and even insinuating that he has no real talent. Fletcher's manipulation is also psychological. He alternates between moments of apparent support and outright cruelty, creating a volatile emotional environment where Andrew is desperate to prove himself, believing that his worth and success are dependent on Fletcher's approval. Fletcher exploits Andrew's insecurities, using his personal ambitions to fuel the abuse. At times, he even pretends to show concern, offering backhanded encouragement to keep Andrew striving for more. Through all of his abuse, Fletcher's true nature is revealed as that of a man who values the pursuit of perfection over all else, seeing human cost as an acceptable price for producing greatness. His toxic methods, though damaging, fuel Andrew's drive, turning him into a more committed, relentless drummer. In the end, Andrew's journey becomes a tragic one, his ambition shaped by abuse and his success tinged with pain. I really loved drawing as a child. I'm no Da Vinci or Michelangelo, but when I tell you that I am Michelangelo, I am Michelangelo. Well, without the skill, I guess. I just have the desire to draw on walls. The difference is negligible. Okay, fair point. After some time, my dad decided to give me a portfolio, blue in color, neat in every sense of the word, and with pages of blank bond paper stacked inside. There, no one would be privy to the relentless creativity I was about to unleash. Stickman time! I also loved to draw in class. In all my childhood years, I could always remember a clearly defined drawing era that represented the whole age. Preschool was stickmans in pajamas with umbrellas. Grades 1 to 2 were abstract body horror, which was unintentionally grotesque. Good thing I hated crayons and coloring in general. That would be a mess. Now, grades 4 to 6 are what I feel are my favorite years of drawing. The anime, cartoon, semi-commission era. Zuko from Avatar? Check. The Colossal Titan? Check. The Minions? Check. However, my absolute favorite drawing subject is undoubtedly the Jade Warrior himself, Kai. I remember having a drawing addiction with the guy. Is it some furry weirdness? No. Is it the astounding voice acting by Fletcher? Same guy? No. What got me into drawing him were the horns. Just pure art right there for a little dialect. But what I adored about drawing was getting lost in the process. I was, like any artist, engulfed in this beautifully precise sense of focus that any other passion entails, an art of flow. It may be the rage these days, but I'm telling you, the first humans had flow. Your mother cooking for any other person was in the state of flow. Your brother getting a nuke in Call of Duty was in flow. That is the beauty of obsession. That is the beauty of art. When you do something, it is the only thing on your mind. Your heart, for that satisfyingly short hour that you're in there, does not beat. Your eyes, feeling slight twinges in pain, do not hesitate on their focus. There is no time like now. You are inside this. You do not know you're in it. You are simply an observer. Your body does everything for you. All you need to do is let it take over. In 7th grade, I adopted a new style of drawing, imitation. I would try to draw people, landmarks, characters, trees, and anything I could see. There was a sense of respect to the subject. In your eyes, the subject is perfect, and your goal was to find the middle ground between skill and accuracy in order to keep that respect. You could not flinch, you could not err, or curve, or bend. There are no liberties you could take. Your job is to maintain its image. You imitate, you copy, you mimic. But what does that mean for me? Eventually, I stopped drawing. There was a gaping hole in my head that could not be traversed in any way, shape, or form. For I was a human, and down there was a hole existing in the deepest soul. My art was no longer mine. I was trying to grasp it for myself, but I never had the courage to go down. In my heart, I was never enough to fulfill that passion within me. Because I was a mere human, and only gods ascended to the heavens, and only devils could linger in the deepest of voids. What monsters lay down at the depths? What happens to the mind as you go in? Would I be able to go out unscathed? Or a better question to ask, would I be able to come out of it alive? Is my soul worth the snares of destiny? Will my sense of power accept losing itself to helplessness? There, in my mind, I will be shackled by the death of what I aspire to be, and the birth of a dark authority dictating my prowess over my own life. I could not answer back. The art will now devour me whole. And when Nietzsche states that the abyss gazes back, isn't that our own reflection? What are we in this act of irony? Would you be able to touch the stars? I was juggling the pressures of my love for drawing and the growing pressure to sacrifice the parts of me that were living in enjoyment. I did not want to grow and hate drawing. I did not want to obsess over it and shape me into this deranged monster with a crippling self-worth contingent on a skill who could not achieve any great artwork because he was just not born with the talent. How would a star feel when it had to go when the first rays of the sun emerge? That is the question I had for my love of art. My love was eternal night. I wanted to reach the distant stars. The day did not come because the stars were too captivating to remove my gaze. But this fear hit me, and I did not want to be a part of a senseless obsession. I had to leave the stars for a hopeful day where the rays of the sun could touch me. And in the words of a particular star, art said, "So drop me for now." And I did drop my love for making art. It would often come back in lapses, like how night would arrive when the sun sets. But unlike before, the night wasn't eternal. And the sun? The sun was my growing passion for writing. Excellence requires a certain level of drive. No author became known in his pursuit of external rewards. They became immortalized because of their dedication to the craft. They have reached a level of intimate understanding with the overview and nuances of their specific field. You cannot merely observe the work of others in a passion you share with them. You can't help but create yourself. That is the innately rewarding pursuit of passion, and the byproduct of this love and commitment to that passion is greatness, ultimately speaking. This is important because most who start out think that skill and expertise is a serendipitous collection of moments. A passion is a committed relationship to it. There are fruitless hours stuck at laboring for dull and lonely outputs. That is why most fail. It is not a training montage. There is no music in the background. It is you and your craft. But this is where you can find your own triumph. Those who stick to a truth will be liberated by the truth. You will find that the best in their own regard do not seek the validation that people may give them. They are knowledgeable of their own capabilities and instead search for ways to keep going at it. That is why the best are usually the most unique. They master the fundamentals and now look to new ways to execute because in the most basic way to say it, it's freaking fun. They're so good that they found new ways to challenge themselves. That is why Ironman marathons exist. That is why there are Super Mario speedrunners. That is also why there are mural paintings the size of buildings, or even why people strive for world records. Remember that there is no satisfaction unlike the fulfillment you experience once you get the flow of creating. The greatness worth pursuing is the greatness of that current moment. It is in our hearts to pursue that feeling. If we want to become truly exceptional, we must magnify our sights to the tiniest spark and focus on it. You do not hear of a great person doing many things all at once. Their news comes to you as they reach the heights of one single goal. It is in our souls to climb the unreachable height of a goal and to dive to the crushing depths of ambition. Your existence is a matter of focused intention, so you might as well make it the best and most rewarding experience you'll ever have. Better yet, do it with the people you want to do it with. Make sure you aren't alone in your journey. No great world is built off of the shoulders of one. And be sure to thank them and cherish your presence in your life, be it in a passionate shout-out, a witty homage, or a specific acknowledgement. Show your best for the ones who did their best for you. As my mom said, there's no such thing as a self-made man. You'll want to have someone to share that glass with. And if I didn't say it before, I'll say it now. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for 500 subscribers. And most of all, thank you for watching.
Imagination. Obama to Solomon.
If you enjoyed the video, here are some more videos for you to check out. See you next week.